What you saw was a game on S&box called The Festering Withdrawals. Now, technically, this isn't my first time playing this game, as I was recommended this game in my chat when I was streaming S&box on release. And while there were some games that I haven't had the chance to try out, I'm very glad that this was suggested to me. While S&box has a pool of games that many people feel are just clones of Roblox games or games that don't really seal the deal yet with S&box as a platform, I will have to kind of shamelessly plug this in here, but this game is also one that I've added to my collection of recommended games on S&box, all of which you're able to see the list directly on the S&box website for free, so you don't even need to own S&box to see what games I've actually recommended. And if you're ever curious, there is a large selection of games that will only be growing larger in the future. This list will be available forever, as I've already added this to the description, so if you're ever curious, definitely check that out. But let's just get back to the game. The Festering Withdrawals is a prime example of a game that really shows what S&box can do. I recently decided to pick up this game again and try to get a better feel for it, and this game is a first-person roguelike shooter, and its inspiration stem from Post Void, Cruel, Hotline Miami, and Angerfoot. The mechanics of this game that make it stand out is its drug system. Yes, it's not called the Festering Withdrawals for no reason. These drugs will help or hinder you depending on your run, as some of them increase your damage, range for shooting guns, or even resisting damage when the time comes for it. There's around at least 30 different types of drugs that you'll run into, including one that will pick a random assortment of positive and negative stats for you to endure in your crack den-filled massacre runs. The coolest part about this game is that there is a selection of weapons, both melee and ranged, to use from. Some of these being pistols, bats, needles, pipes, SMGs, rifles, and even a pump-action shotgun and a sawed-off shotgun, which has the exact same sound that I recognize from Max Payne 1. But while you'll think these drugs will either be good or bad, they all start to add up over time, as eventually you'll need to be aware of the void that's consuming the world behind you. The most intense part about this game is trying to avoid dying in one of two ways. Number one is trying to avoid crackheads from either stabbing you to death or shooting you, or number two, which is having the void consume you, killing your run, and making your level of frustration and cortisol levels increase. No bueno, brother. But between these things and also its great random level generation, you'll be constantly on your toes, trying not to get jump scared by the next enemy that's hiding around the corner, or even trying to bum rush you, catching you off guard, leading to your demise. With the visual art style, this is another game that has the classic PS1 styled graphics, which is still very popular in a lot of indie games these days. I'm not trying to do an exact comparison here, but this game does remind me of Opium, which was a Facepunch created project, which's gameplay is heavily inspired from Condemned Criminal Origins. Facepunch, please fix this game so we could play it again. We would love to see it. But it's pretty cool and fits the style and aesthetic in an era where there are so many photorealistic games, and stylized games will forever be something that, while they can seem like they would age, are actually aging backwards, as some of the most popular games right now that are favored have some of these type of graphics. And not only that, but they're more efficient for lower end PCs, as performance was also pretty good. But then again, we're not expecting a lot of super complex systems and more focus on the chaos and speed of clearing rooms, just like you would in games like Angerfoot or even Hotline Miami. I have to say, this is definitely a diamond in the rough and truly a game worth sinking your teeth into, as there are even leaderboards for you to try your best to get the highest score from, and this game is also another prime example of what you can do when you're trying to get creative with the games that you're making on S&box. Many people say that S&box doesn't have games, and personally, I don't agree with that, because I basically spent 3 days trying to find some gems with the community, and we've actually found 15 of them. Check out this video right here, subscribe for more S&box content by me, and I'll see you in the next one.